You see it all the time, young entrepreneurs making tons of money selling products online. And you're probably looking to get in on this action. But let's face it, you're stuck. You don't know what niche to sell in, and every time you find a product, you overanalyze it and then end up moving on and giving up on that product. Well, I'm assuming that's why you clicked on this video. But lucky for you, I put together a list of my top winning niches to sell right now, 2023 going into 2024. All of these have crazy demand, and you gotta get ahead of the curve and catch it on the way up. But before we get into the video, I wanna mention two quick things. First, I wanna shout out two students from my program at Ecom Remastered. Jonathan and William, shout out to you for hitting almost $1,000 a day in sales. And I thank you guys for always being great community members. If you're wanting to learn how Jonathan and William did this and properly start your e-commerce store with personalized face-to-face help with me and my team at Ecom Remastered, all you have to do is book in an application call in the description below. And the second thing I want to mention is if you are new to Shopify and you're wanting to start up a store, but you don't want to pay the $39 a month Shopify fees, I partnered up with Shopify and they gave me a discount code, so it makes it $1 a month for the first 3 months. So instead of spending over $100 for those 3 months, it's only $3. Take advantage of this because I don't know how long it's going on for, and I'll have a link down below in the description as well. All right, let's get right into the first niche. So the first niche on the list is pickleball. It's a sport, and if you have not heard of it, it's rising in popularity like crazy. It really started getting popular with people age like 50 plus because it's an easy sport to play. It's like in between ping pong and tennis, so you get a lot of good cardio. It's a lot of fun to play, but I've noticed over the last year, so many people are playing it. I'm actually confident if I called any one of my friends and asked them if they've played pickleball before, they'd say yes. Just to back this up even a little bit more, going on Google search trends and looking up the term pickleball, interest in the United States over the past 5 years has been skyrocketing. It's now at an all-time high of 100. More and more people are getting into the sport, especially in warmer climates like the southern states, the west coast, the east coast. But the thing that you need to have when playing pickleball is a good pickleball racket or a paddle. And yes, you can go on Amazon and buy like a starter kit for like $49 or something like that. But once you get into the sport, the paddle really does matter. So you can't just have the flat wooden ones. It's really good to get these whatever lightweight carbon fiber paddles. It's pretty much the only thing you need to play pickleball besides shoes and a ball. But this niche needs to be taken very seriously, and I don't see a lot of cool pickleball paddles out there. Going on this website to show you guys examples, justpaddles.com, I'm pretty sure it's like the biggest pickleball paddle supplier. But if you take a look at these prices, I mean, $199, $179, they're all, I mean, you can find the cheaper ones obviously, for like $70, but a lot of them are about $100 to $250 in the price range. And if you're gonna take the sport seriously, it's like golf or any other sport, you wanna have the best equipment because you're gonna perform the best. And now that so many people are getting into it, I guarantee you these sales are going through the roof. But what you notice on here is they're all kind of boring. So what I was thinking is you go on AliExpress, get a good carbon fiber paddle, like maybe this one right here, graphite texture, whatever it is, right? But you wanna private label it. I think it'd be really cool to get some cool designs on your paddles. Something unique, not as like cliche and typical as these pickleball paddles here. I mean, these are all just so boring, but if you can get like custom art on them, put NFTs on them, put whatever, as the younger generation gets into this sport, they're gonna want some customized paddles. People like nice golf grips, people like custom golf balls, all that stuff, right? So this is definitely gonna trickle down into the pickleball niche. You could easily source a great paddle, like I was saying, for 40 bucks, put some print on it, private label it, maybe all in all, you're about 50 bucks. Sell that baby for $200. You're gonna have a really sweet margin. And on top of that, there's other things that you can upsell, right? You can sell the cases for the paddle. I mean, probably it should come with one, but you could also sell pickleball balls, because I think like similar to golf balls, pickleball paddles kind of, or balls get like all roughed up depending on what kind of court you're playing on, and you're always gonna need extra balls, right? And on top of that, you can even sell pickleball shoes. It depends on what kind of shoes you need for that court or whatever, but you can just upsell them with your custom logo on your pickleball shoes too. So I think you could make a ton of margin off these pickleball paddles. I'm honestly considering starting up a store on them myself. Someone take advantage of this before I do. But it's a great niche in 2023. It's gonna be fantastic going into 2024 and beyond as well. Don't sleep on this one. Probably one of the favorites on my list here, to be honest with you. Next niche on the list is air purification. So I actually came across this. I was doing research for this video for like 2 hours on what products are really trending right now. I noticed a lot of the trends online and Google search trends were like talking about air purification and the wildfires, people living in California and New York, all the things that have been going on with the climate and fires. People have been really concerned about air quality. Every time there's a big fire, if you look over the past years, when you search this up on Google search trends, you can see that there's massive spikes in air purifiers, right? Which makes a lot of sense. But the thing is, it's always consistently on the rise because air quality is not really getting better. Pollution's getting worse, fires are getting worse, whatever, right? Whatever, if you live in a big city, this is a perfect demographic. I didn't even look at this yet, but of course, interest by sub-region, Oregon, big fire state, California, big fire state, Washington, big fire state, and New York, now they're getting the fires from Canada. It makes a lot of sense of why people are searching for it. But I came across on this trend website that was showing this new product. It's air purification like furniture. So This one specifically is tiles. They're like really like modular tiles that are kind of a nice design, but they're air purifiers, which I thought was really, really cool. I actually don't think that they're released yet, so I don't really have a selling price for them. I couldn't find them, at least online. Looks like a really cool company that's probably gonna take off. If you wanna get ahead of this curve before these people even release, which I could be wrong, I just don't see it for sale anywhere, you can definitely go on AliExpress. I'll pull it up right now. Type in air purifier. And they have a bunch of different ones, right? Ones that you plug into the wall. A lot of these are like aroma ones or whatever, but there's ones like this that's $38. That's a standalone air purifier. If you can find one that is like tile-based or air purification furniture, I think that would be fantastic. It truly is a big niche right now, and it's gonna be selling like crazy as more fires pop up and air pollution and quality of air or whatever gets worse. So you wanna be ahead in the game in this one and start building out a branded air purification website, or like that other website and company like this one, get ahead of them and see if you can source this from your supplier on AliExpress. If you can get ahead on the air purification furniture and modular tiles kind of game, or decorative furniture, I guess, you are gonna be rolling in some serious dough. I can't imagine what these are actually going for, let alone the furniture, and I don't know how often that you have to change the filter system, but that's another great upsell, right? So if you recommend people change their filter every 90 days or whatever it is, then you just sell them on a subscription package as well, right? So sell them the initial product, have an upsell or a subscription bundle that says every 90 days we send you 3 new air purifier filters or whatever, right? Then you have reoccurring revenue, longevity in your customer and your LTV, and your returning customer base is going to be very, very high. Let me take a quick break from the niches. There's a couple great ones coming up, but I want to talk about a brand new tool that utilizes AI to make e-commerce easier than ever. Dropbotai.com is the best place for brand building, ideation, ad creation, everything you need to run an e-commerce business. All you have to do is log on to the website, type in the product name here, and then any additional information about that product. Now you're gonna go over to the configure section and select everything that you need to build out your brand and your marketing strategy. If you need some marketing angles, you click off this one. You need some hooks for an ad, or you need some offers to generate for you because you can't come up with any yourself. All you do is select those 3 or the inputs that you want, hit generate. After it loads, on the right side, you'll find all of the outputs that you need. You've got your 5 different marketing angles, you've got your 3 hooks, 3 offers that you can use and implement in your store. Since these are already optimized for you based on e-commerce prompts, they're pretty much ready to go. All you have to do is implement the product name if you want to add it in there, or you can straight up take it, copy and paste it right into your marketing angle, brand, store build, whatever you need. It completely changes the game and makes everything so much easier to build out, whether it's image ad creatives, skimmable headers for your website, copy, pretty much every ideation aspect of building an e-commerce brand. If you want to use Dropbotai to build out your brand for you, I'll have a link down below in the description. All right, now back to the video. All right, the next niche on the list is more in the health and wellness type of thing. It's sleep tracking. So a lot of people have been interested in tracking their sleep lately, especially with the innovation in technology with like Oura rings and things like that, which I'll show you later. I've just seen a lot of people lately talking about this, and I thought it was a really interesting niche, especially with the tech that was coming out. And if you look up on Google search trends as well, if you do sleep tracking, it's been on a steady increase over the last 5 years with spikes around, you know, Christmas or whatever, because people are giving gifts, and I guess like sleep tracking gifts are pretty good. I think it's a pretty untapped niche, and one of the big players in there right now is the Oura ring. I'm sure you've heard of it, and if not, you will probably hear about it at some point. It's this carbon fiber or whatever. I think everything's made of carbon fiber nowadays, but whatever these rings are made of, and it tracks your sleep, it tracks like your pulse and all this stuff, right? And then it gives you your stats, right? So you have to have it linked to some sort of app, but there's a lot of free apps on the App Store that can do this. And it'll tell you like your total sleep, time in bed, sleep efficiency, your resting heart rate, what your sleep score is, and it gives you that every single day and tracks it. So basically like the same thing as your health app on your iPhone. It's a really cool concept, and it's actually, you know, proven to work, right? Like, so if you get better sleep, then you're gonna wake up a lot more productive and energized. So if you look up sleep ring tracker on AliExpress, for example, you can find these for like $40 for the ring. Granted, you are gonna wanna make sure that you quality test these, or order them to your house to do your own quality assurance, because you don't want them having just like a bunch of random metrics that are not true. So you have to make sure that they work really well, but they're all around $40. You can get custom packaging for them. You can build out a nicely branded website and compete with Oura ring, because I'm pretty sure Oura ring, let me just check, I think they're like hundreds of dollars. And if you can get them for $40, you're gonna have quite the margin to play with. Okay, so the Heritage ring, I don't know the difference between the two different styles, I guess, is $300 and $349, which is absolutely insane. I mean, the tech must be really good, but if you can find an alternative on AliExpress, like one of these, and test it out and see if the tech is pretty good, you could sell this easily for $150 to $200, undercut Oura Ring's price, and really take advantage of that trend that's taking off right now. All right, the next trend on the list of niches to sell right now is VR. So unless you were living under a rock, you probably saw Apple Vision Pro's release in like June, whatever this date was when it hit 100, June 6th, and it pretty much took the internet by storm, right? Everyone was searching for it. That's why it hit 100 instantly, and now it dropped off, right? less people are searching for it. But VR has been a big thing over the last 5 years. A lot of companies are investing into it. And you might be telling yourself right now, you know, it was at 100 and it dropped off. It was just a trend. People were just interested in it. But if you look at the related search queries, you can see that they're all looking for the price of it. So why would you search for the price of something if you're not interested in buying it? Just to see the sticker shock or whatever? I don't think so. I think people are pretty interested in it. I think people are actually going to use this product, especially as other companies come out with the same product at cheaper price points. It's something that we really are not going to be able to avoid, unfortunately. I think it's kind of weird, but kind of cool at the same time. Now, I pulled up this website where you can find the top 13 must-have VR accessories. I'm not telling you that you have to go out there and make the next Apple Vision Pro 2 or whatever, right? I don't think you as the e-com store owner or dropshipper have that kind of research and development, but you can sell accessories for all these VR kits, right? And they don't even have to be with Apple Vision Pro. If there's a better competitor like the Quest and all those things that are out, have a larger market share at the moment, you can sell accessories for this as it's taking off. We got VR covers, we've got VR gloves, don't know what they do. Full body tracker, kind of cool. I think it's like a whatever you say that, haptic. I think give you like little pulses or shocks or whatever when you get shot in the game or whatever. VR lenses, don't know what that's for. Microfiber cloth to clean them off, kind of not a cool product. Grip covers, external battery packs, headset stands, all these things, right? Basically everything that you sell accessory-wise for iPhones and video games and consoles, stuff like that, you can sell all the same stuff, but for VR specific headsets. And I mean, the accessory market is massive. If you just go on Amazon and look up like Xbox grips or external batteries or chargers or whatever, they're all kind of just popping off, right? I have tons of orders, tons of reviews. People need them. Accessories are kind of mandatory in a lot of these things. So again, I'm not saying that you have to go out and make Apple Vision Pro 2. I'm saying you should go out and make a VR branded accessory website. I think it's only going to get bigger and bigger, especially over the next 5 years. So you might as well get ahead of it. And even if sales are not taking off now because Apple Vision Pro 1s or whatever are not out yet. Once this hits mainstream and once competitors make cheaper priced products compared to the Vision Pros, you are gonna be getting a lot of sales if you have really branded and nice accessories to go alongside these. For an example for accessories, I don't remember the last time I bought an Apple branded iPhone case. Like I always buy some other brand. And my point is here that I don't think the people that are manufacturing this are really too focused on accessories. I know they make accessories themselves and they make a lot of them and they make a lot of money off of them, but a lot of people don't want to pay the high prices of Apple phone cases for like $70 or whatever they are. So if you can just undercut the price, brand it yourself, build a nice looking website for the accessories, I think you're gonna do really, really well moving into 2024. All right, that's my last niche on the list of top niches to sell in 2023 going into 2024. I hope this gave you guys a lot of good ideas. I really think that someone should take up the pickleball one. I hope I explained my understanding and why I thought these niches were actually gonna be taking off. And if you guys like this type of video, remember to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below on what video you wanna see next. As always, guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.